Hey guys, Nick with 2. How do you do? This is going to be another knife review video. As you can see, it's a cold steel kobun. Move this out of the way. So, let's start looking at the knife. Alright, so here's the knife. Let's just get some measurements out of the way. Let's say it's 9 3/4 overall. From the tip to the hilt, it is 5.5 inches. The tip to the end of the blade is 5. The handle from behind it. Okay, sorry, the battery died. So I was saying, the handle is 4 1/4. So we have a handle that's made out of craton rubber. It's actually surprisingly grippy, but it's very thin. As you might know, it's only like a 1/2 inch thick. So what I did was I hollowed out some 550 cord and did a little wrap with it. I just did a little twist and then run it around that way, so when I hold it, my fingers lock in right here on this side, and the inside of my palm locks in, and it gives a really good grip. So that's why it's wrapped. It doesn't come wrapped, so if you want that, you have to wrap it yourself. This blade is perfect for like everyday carry, because I've been carrying it for a week or so now. With this Conceal-X or Kydex sheath, it's actually not as noisy as some other Kydex sheath. If you can hear that, some other Kydex sheaths are really loud. So it's pretty quiet, and when the knife's in it, it's even quieter. But the perfect thing for EDC is how thin this sheath and knife are. I know it says it's supposed to be a boot knife, but unless you're wearing like military sized boots that come up like halfway up your calf, this isn't going to be a boot knife. What I do is inside the waistband carry, so it's inside of your pants and like underneath the shirt, but it's not straight up and down. Here, let me cut right here, and I'll show you exactly what I do. So, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got some pants here. I'm going to demonstrate how I carry this cold steel kobun. So, what I've seen some people on YouTube do is they do the inside waistband carry, but they have it on like either their strong side, and they have it straight up and down. Okay, so it's like that on your right or left hip. And so I don't really like this, because when you go to draw it, it's kind of like drawing a pistol. Your elbow comes up a lot higher, so you pull it out, and you have to draw it all the way out up here, and your elbow is like almost to the height of your shoulder um, before you can get the blade out of the sheath. So I don't really like that. It's kind of uncomfortable, and it's noticeable. What I do, I have it in the front cross draw method. So it's inside the waistband. Get it on there, and it's angled, so it goes across my belly, so I can sit down, or like if I needed to roll, I could roll without it sticking to my ribs. And basically, it's a very natural motion, just to draw it this way. Your elbow doesn't come up, and it's a lot less noticeable. So that's how I carry it. And the slip is actually very good, because it's at that angle, inside the waistband, not on my belt. It comes down right here, and it grabs onto my pants. So it's perfect for me. So I can draw it, just come out. So let me take these pants out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, so I have had some trouble with this blade. Um, as you know, this is an Osate A blade steel, and when I got it out of the box, um, I tested it on I to see if it would shave hair, and I was surprised that it did. So I was like, okay, good job, Cold Steel. Um, you got a perfect edge on it. So I went to go just like cut some magazine paper, and I did like 10 cuts of magazine paper, and it dulled within that time, and it would not shave hair, and it started ripping the magazine paper, and I was like, what's up? Um, when I got received the blade, uh, the cutting edge was about like a millimeter, no, half a millimeter of actual like cutting edge. Um, so as you can see, I redid this by myself. I had to basically reprofile the blade or the edge um, here to make it an acceptable cutting tool. Because right now it's an okay edge. It was shaving before. I got it to that point where it was shaving, um, but I don't know if you can see this, but it is not sharp enough to shave a hair off your arm. It's not sharp enough to do that, which I'm kind of sad because I have another uh, blade which is from Osage Steel too, and I've had this for over a year. I haven't done a lot of cutting with it, but I've cut cardboard boxes and stuff more hard use than this. I've had with that the kobun, and it's still sharp and it'll still shave. So I'm wondering if Cold Steel didn't heat treat this blade properly, or I don't know what's wrong with the edge holding quality of this particular blade. I don't know about other blades, because I don't have another one of these to compare it to. But out of the box, it dulled within 10 seconds of me having it. So I was kind of angry at Cold Steel for having that. But I reprofiled the edge, and it's an okay edge right now. It's not perfect. I don't think I'll ever get it perfect again because it just won't hold it. Um, Also, this secondary edge is not as sharp as the primary edge. Um, I don't know. I just can't get it sharp. It won't go sharp. So I don't know. I kind of like that for because I do food preparation with the knife. So I can do that. Just cut up onions, some apples, and it'll still cut through them, but the edge holding quality of this blade is poor. So even though it's a $30 knife, I thought it would be at least better than that because oops, um, this is a $60 knife, but it's the same steel. So I don't know what's wrong with this one. But other than that, other than the edge holding quality, this knife is basically perfect. Um, if they had made it out of a different steel, I would have paid more than $30 for it. But since it was Osage steel, I don't recommend you buy actually buy this unless they change the blade. Unless you can sharpen it and uh, keep the edge up by yourself. Because I had to put in several hours of work to re-profile this blade, which I was quite angry about. As you can see, I kind of scratched it up and whatnot, but now it's an okay blade. So this blade is perfect for at least my EDC. I'm thinking about getting a K-Bar short tanto, which is about the same size, but the handle's a little different. To see what the high carbon steel versus the OSA 8 steel, um, how the edge will hold up on that. But this is a $30 knife, so I was quite happy with it being so thin and so perfect for and light. This thing only weighs With the sheath, 6.6 ounces, and alone, 4.1. I just measured against on my penny scale, and it was 48 pennies. So just get like 48 pennies in your hand. It's still pretty light. It's very, very well balanced, especially since I put uh, this wrap on it. It just gave it enough weight, so it'll balance pretty much right before the hilt, which I like because it's perfect for like snap cuts, um, if you wish to do that. But this is primarily my food preparation knife, just because of the length of the blade. I can get through uh, more material, and it works pretty well. The blade stock is a little thick for doing that. It's an eighth of an inch thick, but I like it. So unless you're gonna unless you're able to put a new edge on it and take care of it, wait until they do it in a different steel, like a high carbon steel or something. But this is great. The retention on the sheath is good. If you can, I'll be quiet for a second. You can hear it go in. As you can see, you have to push it in quite a ways, and even though it won't come out, like um, you can still push it in, and it'll lock in. You'll hear it. You can feel it, and you can hear it. So that's locked in. Even though if you don't lock it in, it'll still stay in place. Um, at least having the handle up. But if it's a vertical, yeah, you have to lock it in. So overall, it's a great knife for the price, but that edge quality kind of brought down the marks. Also, I forgot to mention the grinds on this. The secondary edge is flat ground, and the primary edge is hollow ground. So you're gonna have a better cutting quality on the hollow ground blade other than the flat ground blade, from my experience. So that's cold steel kobun. Remember, visit my website. It's woometalworks.webs.com. I'll put a link down below. You can get these survival bracelets and other things. Remember to keep your knives sharp, your mind sharper, and I'm Nick Boot too. Thanks for watching.